top on those good old gospel songs. And then I heard about the barrooms just across the county line, where a boy could make a living playing guitar late at night. And learn about the lady too young to understand why the young girls fall in love with the boys in the band. When the boys turn to music and the girls just turn away to some other guitar picker in some other late night place. Yeah, held on to my music, let the ladies walk away. Took my songs and dreams to Nashville, then I moved on to LA. Up to New York City, all around the USA. Well, I lost so much of me, but there's enough of me to see. It's my home in Alabama. No matter where I lay my head, my home's in Alabama. Southern born, southern bred. Me going, I don't really know. Can't be the money, Lord knows I'm always broke. Could be in the satisfaction of being misunderstood. When the people really love you, they'll let you know when it's good. That's my home in Alabama. No matter where I lay my head, my home's in Alabama. Southern born, southern bred, southern home, southern bred, southern born. Hey, how you doing out there, Guitar Heroes? All right. We love Alabama. Alabama is my home by Alabama. And I'm going to do a little, maybe a strum first. And then do what I consider just a little bit of soft picking on some of the individual strings. And I'm not trying to hit any strings in particular. The method, I just call it sloppy picking. The method is the four strings here when we're talking about the D string, the G string, the B and the E, and to do a back and forth between outside and in. So D, E, D, E, G, B. So I'm not perfect, I'm not hitting them perfectly each time, but just enough to get a little bit of fill behind a strum. Drinking was forbidden in my Christian county home. Now you could do that, but there's a lot of empty space in between, and it's okay, but I feel a little bit more comfortable if I... Drinking was forbidden in my Christian county home. Learn to play the flat top with those good old gospel song. Then I heard about the ballroom just across the county line. So you can try that and see what you like. I think the single strums are fine. I just think it's too much dead space for me. Okay, so we got that little intro. A minor 7. Remember A minor 7, we're going to pick up our third finger. A minor, pick up the little finger, A7. D. A minor 7. D. Now we're going to start with the words. Stick on the D. Drinking was forbidden. And now we're going to do a D major 7. In a D major 7, you're going to take one finger, and I like to use my second finger, and I'm barring the first 3 strings on the 2nd fret. Now I can also hit the D string because it's a D chord, right? But you don't want to go any further than that, just the first 4 strings. A doesn't work. And same kind of thing, you can Christian country home, D7. I learned to play the flat top on those G. Good old gospel songs. Then I see, heard about the ballroom just across the Georgia line. We're a A7 boy, A7. Remember, instead of the 3 fingers going across, you're going to skip the middle one. So I usually use my 2nd and 3rd finger. The boy can make a living playing D guitar late at night. And that's the same pattern for all 5 of the verses. I didn't play the last one. I got tired. So, then we go to the chorus after the first 3 verses. We're going to come off of a D. That's my home G in A7, Alabama D. And the D comes on Bama, not Ala. So that's my G. Start with that D again. That's my home A7 in Alabama. No matter A minor 7. Where, this is where your voice goes up. Where I lay my head D. My home in Alabama. And then we're going to do an F sharp minor. Bama. Okay, so what's F sharp minor? This is an E minor form. Okay, leave this finger open, E minor with the 2 fingers. Slide up the 2nd fret. Make sure that bar is just behind that fret pin. Southern G, born and southern bred. Now at the end, I start kind of going back to that same thing with the A minor D before I roll into the next verse. So then we have 2 more verses, and then we come back to the chorus at the end. And when we do the chorus the 2nd time, then we have a little change in 1 chord on the 2nd line. So let's kind of go through the chorus one more time. We'll pretend like this is the last time. On the 2nd time through. I mean, in fact, I think that last line gets repeated maybe 3 times. So that's my home G, A7, in Alabama D. No matter where, A minor 7, I lay my head D. My home's in Alabama, F sharp minor, Alabama, southern born, southern bred. And then we're going to come back with southern, and then we're going to use an A minor 7. And this is where the voice is going. Southern born, southern bred. Southern born, southern bred. Yeah, it's either 2 or 3 times at the end, but that's what we substitute an A minor 7 for that G that's there. Okay, and that's only on the end, and then I can't remember if we just end right there, or if you want to go back into the intro and play just a little bit more of that. A minor 7, there just to get to end on a D. Okay, well, there you go. Man, Alabama. Alabama's my home. Great song, and good one. A good slow pace. That part's good. But again, I find these really slow ones are a little tricky on how you fill in the space. So, you know, give that a whack and see how you do. Hope you got something out of this. Take it easy out there, and we'll see you next time.